What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Clear the Deck. I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, but Pirates win. Pirates are 3-0 on the young season. Still on pace for that 162-0 record. And a really dominating performance today. Saturday, a 9-3 win against the Miami Marlins. Handing the Marlins their third loss. They're now 0-3. And I think the big takeaway, deservedly so, a big day for the Pittsburgh Pirates and their organization overall. But at the major league level, Jared Jones, 22-year-old, making his major league debut, comes out with the bravado, the swagger, just a casual 10 strikeouts against the Miami Marlins. Oh, and don't forget, earlier in the day, Paul Skenes, their top pitching prospect in Indianapolis, shoves as well. 3 innings, 5 strikeouts. Just an incredible day to be a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. And Jared Jones deserves to be the story of this game. But sneakily, I have to say, you look at the box score, the Pirates offense, 16 hits, 4 walks. That's incredible. We've talked in these early episodes, the Pirates offense just overall, on paper, and so far in these first 3 games, is much better than they have been in years past. If you just take a quick look, and I want to focus mostly today on this quick episode on Jared Jones, but have to look at the lineup really quickly here. Connor Joe, 3 hits. Reynolds and Hayes with 2 hits apiece. Cruz, Triolo, Michael Taylor, each with 2 hits. Doubles from Michael Taylor again. Connor Joe with his second double. Reynolds and Triolo also with doubles. Their first 2 games, they struggled a little bit with runners in scoring position. Not the case today. 7 for 16 today. If you just forget Jared Jones absolutely shoved against the Miami Marlins today, it could have been any pitcher likely for the Pirates today. And with this offensive production, you win that game. But the icing on the cake is Jared Jones, again, rookie, 22-year-old, major league debut, goes out there and absolutely shoves. Had 89 pitches today. Slider, faceball heavy. We know that's likely going to be the breakdown, but he also has a handful of curveballs and changeups today. But didn't really need those pitches because the slider and fastball were so effective. Altogether, 22 swings and misses for the Marlins. The fastball getting up to 99 miles an hour. Actually 99.9. Slider getting up to 91, 92. First 3 innings, pretty perfect. There was the throwing error by O'Neal Cruz, and then, got into a little bit of trouble in the 4th and 5th, but relied on his stuff, his swing and miss stuff to get right back in it and to keep control of the game. I thought it was that's the takeaway. If you're thinking about what's the takeaway from this game, it shouldn't be anything other than Jared Jones. Really excited to see him pitch again. I believe he's lined up to go for the home opener, if they follow the same order, Friday, April 5th against the Baltimore Orioles, which would definitely be a step up in competition against the Marlins. If he wants a test, well, here's Adley Rutschman. Right? That lineup, we'll get into that when we get there, but that will absolutely be an early test for Jared Jones. In front of a home crowd, opening day, PNC Park will be packed. And I'm excited to see that. So Jared Jones, definitely the hero of today's game, but again, the offense performs really well. 16 hits. I know I've already said it, but when you're hitting the ball like that, when you have that offensive production, especially with runners in scoring position, 7 for 16 with runners in scoring position today, you're not going to lose games like that. I think when you're watching these first 3 games, a key takeaway is that they just look a lot more confident. It's that mentality and swagger and that bravado that we talked about that a Jared Jones has and a Henry Davis has and Paul Skenes certainly has as well. And he started off the day today. If you were just focusing on the major league team, he started the excitement today in Indianapolis. Made his AAA debut against the Louisville Bats and was absolutely dominant. 3 innings, 3 perfect innings, might I add, 5 strikeouts, and just blew the ball right past the hitters. Again, in that 99, 100 mile an hour range. His four-seam got up to 100.1 miles an hour today. His slider, his second most thrown pitch today, 87 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, and also he has a 95 mile an hour sinker that he can throw your way. His pitch breakdown today, 46 pitches, 21 of them fastballs, 11 sliders, 9 sinkers, and he also threw 3 curveballs and a couple changeups too. If you watched his performance, which it was the free game on the minor league TV app on their website, he was blowing fastballs and sliders past these guys, cracking bats, throwing fastballs up and in on strikeouts. You could tell he was enjoying today. And it was good to see him get up to 3 innings. It's not going to be long before we see him in Pittsburgh. There's a lot of clamoring on Twitter and on social media. All right, well, let's bring him up. Listen, they're going to bring him up. I think they have to wait like another 2 to 3 weeks before they get another year of control. And we're not going to debate whether that's right or wrong as an organization. We have no power in that. There's no reason in debating that. We're probably thinking the same thing. Yeah, why wait? But this is the first time Skenes has ever pitched three innings as a professional. What they're going to do is they're going to get him up to 4 innings, up to 5 innings, up to 6 innings. Probably have him another handful of starts in April and bring him up in May. I would be shocked if we don't see him in Pittsburgh in May or earlier, to be honest. So just a really, really phenomenal day to be a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. I think I'm trying to, warn myself and others, obviously, that we're early. This is just against the Marlins. There's another game tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But not much complaining from my end when the Pirates have a 3-0 start, outscoring the Marlins by 12 runs in these first 3 games. Just really, really impressive. I also last thing about the majors, the Pirates today, have to shout out the bullpen. The bullpen again was absolutely dominant. They had 3 1/3 innings today. So if my math is correctly, roughly 14 innings, only 1 earned run in the first 3 games of the season. Today we saw Barucki come in for Jones. He gave up an immediate hit, but then nothing after that. Hunter Stratton, 2 outs. Jose Hernandez pitching the 8th. And then notably David Bednar, his first appearance of the season. A scoreless 9th inning with a strikeout. I mean, again, you can't go wrong with what you saw today. You should be really encouraged by what you saw today. I am. And again, I'm warning myself. I have to keep warning myself. I'm a homer. I'm a fan of this team, obviously. But when you win 3-0, or rather, you win the first 3 games of the season, there's nothing too much to complain about. There will be plenty to complain about later when things go sour or when things go wrong. And I'm not saying they're going to go wrong, but there are going to be games that we hate. There are going to be games that stress us out, right? That's baseball. But really, really encouraging. What's up today in the 4th game, the finale? Pirates are going for the sweep, which is really fun. Bailey Falter, my thoughts on Bailey Falter are not very positive. I think he's a placeholder until Skenes comes up, but last year he was traded from the Phillies to the Pirates. Last year as a Pirate, pitched in 10 games, started 7 of them, had a 5.5 ERA. Just not really effective. And I don't know if we've seen an effective Bailey Falter Certainly not in Pittsburgh. We haven't. So wishing him all the best tomorrow. We're going for the sweep. That would be absolutely fantastic to sweep the Miami Marlins in the first 4 games of the season before they head out to Washington. Pirates are facing Trevor Rogers, another lefty tomorrow. So I think, this is our 4th lefty the Pirates are facing. We'll see what lineup they go with, but Connor Joe against lefties at that leadoff spot has been very effective. Another 3 hits tonight. Really, really exciting stuff to see. I think they probably stick with Reynolds and Hayes. That doesn't change. And then you start to change it up, whether you want to stay with Olivares, as the DH, batting cleanup. They had Davis in there today, batting 5th. O'Neal Cruz batting 6th. He's hitting .357 on the season so far, which is really encouraging. And then ending it with Triolo and Michael A. Taylor. Actually, they had Sawinski batting 9th today. It was good to see him get a start, get some reps against the left-handed, pitching. Had a key RBI single later in the game against the lefty, so that was really encouraging to see. But against Trevor Rogers, he's 26 years old. He was a former first-round pick for the Marlins back in 2017. Last year, only was able to start 4 games, for the Marlins. So not much of a, track record of success last year with some limited outings at the major league level. But I think one note that I'll mention, and I tweeted this out last night, but we've talked about Kutch being stuck at 299 home runs, and he's going for 300, obviously. Historically, McCutchen against Trevor Rogers in his career has 12 at-bats and 3 home runs. McCutchen had the day off today, but I fully expect him to be in the lineup with those kind of stats against Trevor Rogers. So definitely expect to see him in the lineup. I'm not sure where. He's been in that cleanup spot in the first 2 games. He sat today, but expect him in the lineup. I'm calling it. I think he gets number 300 Sunday, Easter Sunday. And it'll be a really fun holiday. Eat some ham. Have some fun with your family. Watch the Buccos. Go for the sweep against the Miami Marlins. And, have some fun. Let's go Bucks.